so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.
Aloha everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm with my friend Alana today. I thought it would be something different. So we're doing a little coffee talk. We just got our coffee orders from Starbucks. So yeah, we just came out of Bible study and we wanted to talk about our Bible study, and yeah.
We are going through the book of Esther right now, and we are talking about chapters 1 through 4 in the past couple weeks. So it was really good, and our friend Auntie Doreen leads it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty mind-blowing about the things that have been talked about in the past couple weeks, and we went over 4 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just going over the book of Esther is pretty great because I don't know too much about the book of Esther.
Yeah,
I overviewed it a couple of times, and I think it's great to hear it from fresh ears and hear it from a new perspective, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, today we talked about how there's a famous verse that says that she was born for such a time as this, and how God has a calling over each of our lives, and we're all born for such a time as this. And so yeah, we were kind of talking about calling a little bit, and it was really good.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of funny that when we're scared, when we get the prophetic word from certain people, if you guys don't know what prophetic word means, it means that it's kind of an interpretation from God that other people are hearing, and then they give it to you. And once you get that word, you really don't know what it means at that point of time in your life, and you're like, oh, I don't know, God, it scares me. And then once you get a little bit older, you actually look back on your life and wait, whoa. You start to realize that the pieces are coming together, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You start to realize, okay, the puzzle is actually coming together and it all makes sense to you. So we were talking about that and how, just following through with God's plan and God's calling upon your life, and how it all aligns with our lives as well.
You should comment below if you feel like God has put a specific calling over your life.
Yeah, for sure. If you are called to a specific career or a specific ministry, if you feel scared, know that you are not alone. I felt scared to do a specific organization for 3 years, and it scared me to death. Oh my gosh, right now I'm scared to death to do public speaking. And yesterday the pastor was talking about how scared he was to do public speaking, and knowing the fact that I'm not alone in that is just pretty comforting. And yeah, I feel better hearing it from the pastor that I had trouble with public speaking, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
That's so cool that you were able to overcome that fear.
yeah, I feel great now because I'm doing so many things, and I lose track of my YouTube channel, and then I lose track of wait, I need to do this and I need to do that. Because once I'm laser focused on something, I'm focused on that one thing, and then I actually need to like wait, well, I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and then wait, actually I need to get into the word again. So I'm like, feel like a Martha sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, I'm pretty sure you can relate too sometimes.
Yeah. I think too, busyness is just one of those things that it gets really easy to get distracted and kind of stray away from some of those things that God might put on your heart. So that is a really big one for me.
Yeah. I think when another thing that we talked about is like how stressful it can be like to be a wife sometimes. I mean, I'm not a wife, Alana is.
Yeah.
And how stressful it can be to even just pray for our spouses, and how stressful it can be like to do certain tasks for our spouses, our husbands, and you know, because we need to do this and we need to do that, and then on top of that be like a faithful servant to the Lord. And so we get caught up in worldly things when we need to be actually sitting in God's presence. And sometimes that can be very tricky because we are Christians living in the world, but we are meant to be called to spread the good news and spread the word of God. You know?
Yeah. And a word for like anyone who's a wife, whether you've been a wife for a long time or a new wife, praying for your husband is just so important. It's his covering, and you don't really know if anyone else is praying for him, and it does make a difference in his demeanor as you're praying for him. And I think like that's one of the most important things you could do to just support him, besides like being loving and kind and supporting him through words and actions.
Yeah, I think that like sometimes like, you know, being a wife, like the first year, like I've heard it, like it's always the hardest. But like I think with prayer, like you can get through anything. And I know sometimes it can be a real struggle, like especially if you feel like, oh, like I've been faithful, I've been submissive to my husband, and then like as simple as like if you feel like he doesn't like support you in this, but then you've been submissive, you've been faithful, I know that can be like a real struggle sometimes. And know that you just gotta remain present and faithful in the Lord, you know?
And one of the things that Kiana asked me to make a video, and I feel like her heart is really to encourage you all. So I feel like she really loves like hearing from you guys and what you need encouragement in, and what kind of season you're in, whether you're in college or you're single or you're working or you're married. And so I really just love what she's doing, trying to just encourage so many people through her channel.
Yeah. And like my channel is not just about beauty and, you know, talking about the topic of epilepsy. I really genuinely want to let you guys know that God does love you and he does support you in every which way. Know that like when you have a vision for yourself, know that God sees your vision, but 10 times fold. He sees it 100 and a trillion times more than you could ever imagine. And know that like, oh, like if you hold on to something but it does more damage to you when you do hold on to something, you gotta let that go. And know that you gotta be faithful, and know that like everything that God is doing is in your favor, even though like it may not seem that way because it's not everything that you want and it's not what you want in that time. But know that God's timing is perfect.
That's so good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Should you tell them what we're up to today?
Oh yeah, we are going line dancing. We're going line dancing later. One of the aunties from the Bible study invited us to go line dancing, and we are going thrifting after. So very excited for that. I've never been line dancing before. Like I've never gone to a line dancing thing.
I did it one time and it's really fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen it like in like movies, but I've never actually like done it, you know? So it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's gonna be really fun. We'll keep you posted as we go
Yeah.
thrifting.
Yeah. So we'll show some clips later on.
Yes.
For sure. So see you in the next
Bye.
clip. Bye. Bailey, if you're watching this.
Yeah, if you're watching this, Bailey, this mug is for you.
Here's a little princess. Well, hello. She looks beautiful. Gorgeous.
So we just left the thrift store, but we didn't find anything. They had a lot of really cool vintage collectible pieces, but I just moved into a new home, so I was looking for some other things that we just didn't see there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and we didn't get to go line dancing.
Yeah, we didn't go line dancing, but maybe the next time we can go to another thrift store in Waimea and see if we can find some really cute household items.
Yeah, we'll bring you along next time, and maybe we can go shopping at Target, or let us know that, or maybe you can comment down below if you want to see us do like a haul or something of the sort. Anyway, know that you are beautiful, for you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Comment and like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Worry not tomorrow.